Welcome to the third part in Madison College's Budget 101 Education Series. This part of the Budget 101 series will introduce you to the college's revenue sources. Revenue is the amount of money that the college receives to operate. During the budget process, the Budget Office projects how much revenue the college will receive for the next fiscal year. It is used to pay for expenses such as salaries, fringe benefits, and supplies. It is important that the college has enough revenue to pay for all of its planned expenses each fiscal year. Madison College receives revenue from property taxpayers, federal taxpayers, state taxpayers, students, and other users of the college. The college categorizes its revenue into 5 sources. These include state aids, property tax, federal aids, tuition and fees, and institutional revenues. Approximately 1/3 of the revenue received by the college is state aids provided by the state of Wisconsin. The state's legislature determines how much money to provide to technical colleges during its biennial budget deliberations. Most of the state aids the college receives are categorized as property tax relief aid, general state aids, and performance-based aids. In the spring of 2014, the state legislature passed 2013 Wisconsin Act 245, which provided $406 million in property tax relief aid by increasing state aid to technical colleges. Each college receives a percentage of property tax relief aid based upon its district's equalized value relative to the equalized value of the state in fiscal 2014-15. Madison College receives 15% of this funding. In addition to property tax relief aid, the state provides general state aids to the Wisconsin Technical College system, which the system then distributes to all 16 technical colleges in the state. 70% of general state aids is distributed based on colleges' spending levels and their ability to levy property taxes relative to each other. The remaining 30% is distributed by the Wisconsin Technical College system through a performance-based formula. Madison College's performance is measured with respect to various criteria, such as job placement rates and the number of courses offered that align with employer needs. How well Madison College performs on the criteria determines how much performance-based aids it will receive. The second largest category of revenue that Madison College receives is property tax. Approximately 1/4 of the revenue received by the college is through property taxes. Property taxes are paid by owners of commercial and residential property. During the budget process, the college determines the property tax levy needed for operations and capital projects. In 2013, the state legislature passed 2013 Wisconsin Act 20, which capped the property tax that technical colleges can levy for operations at 2013 levels. Increases are only possible with increases in net new construction. Net new construction is the change to equalized value due to the construction of new buildings and improvements to land minus changes to equalized value due to the demolition or destruction of buildings and removal of land improvements. The college is also limited in how much money it can borrow for capital projects, such as remodeling and purchasing equipment. For example, the college is limited by how much it can borrow for individual projects, and the college's total amount of debt may not exceed 5% of the value of taxable property in the district. Approximately 20% of the revenue that the college receives is categorized as federal aids. This category includes all funds provided by the federal government, such as federal financial aid and grants for special projects. Typically, grant amounts are allocated based upon the amount expected to be spent. Federal aids also include reimbursement for indirect costs related to grants, such as overhead and fringe benefits. Tuition and fees paid by students make up approximately 15% of the college's revenues. Revenue from tuition and fees is used to pay for operations. The amount of revenue that the college receives through tuition and fees is dependent on the number of students that the college serves and the tuition rates and materials fees set by the Wisconsin Technical College system. The final category of revenue is institutional revenues. Less than 3% of the revenue received by the college is categorized as institutional revenues. These revenues are typically used for general operations or to recover costs associated with certain activities. A wide variety of specific revenue sources are categorized as institutional revenues. These include revenue from various contracts, rebates, rental income, commissions, interest and dividend income, parking and library fines, royalties, gifts, scholarships, and various fees, such as fees collected for motorcycle training, testing, and childcare. Revenue from state and federal aids is expected to stay the same in coming years. In addition, enrollment is projected to remain stable, while increases in tuition are expected to be modest. The college is fortunate to be located in an area of the state with a strong housing market and growing economy, which allows it to raise some new revenue annually from net new construction. Thank you for participating in the Budget 101 Education Series. The next video in this series is Expenditures 101.